What's up, guys? It's your boys Wookie back with some more of the Chris Watts case. Now, this is another part of new evidence. Back then, I don't know if you guys know about it, but I haven't heard about this, of certain things that were found in Celeste and Bella's room that was not theirs. So we're going to take a look at it because I want to look at everything that is part of this case. Everything we're looking at. So with that being said, grab a chair, get comfortable. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video. And then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys so very much for that continued love and support that you guys show on this channel every single day. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep doing what you guys are doing. We'll continue to keep growing together. Also, the clip that we were watching is from Geneva. Make sure you guys go over to her channel, give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. She's the one that apparently found this information, so we want to give credit where it is due. I've never heard of this before, but I definitely am very intrigued and want to find out more because it might be something that ties in with NK. So with that being said, let's get into it.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to be talking about something that I found in the house evidence photos.
Okay.
And how ironic it is that it's in Celeste's bedroom after they removed all the bedding off of her bed. And I'm curious to know why they didn't pick it up and test it for evidence. So after zooming in on the picture.
So unfortunately, they picked up a lot of things for evidence to actually use in trial, but never was actually used because it never went to trial because Chris confessed. So case closed, done. None of the stuff that they collected was even used.
You can see what looks like
a
possible hair tie. And I find it rather disturbing because this is a regular hair tie that's meant for adult hair. Someone that obviously would have.
But couldn't you just like do the twist and then do it again, twist, do it again, twist? You know, do you understand what I'm saying? I know a lot of the times that back when my fiance had the girls being a lot younger, she would use those little tiny ones instead of these ones because they were too big. So she would use the smaller ones. I'm just throwing that out there.
Thick hair. And looking back at all the photos of Shanann and the girls, Shanann had very thin hair. And I think I only seen her hair in those pictures like put up in a ponytail
Not very much.
one time. And I still don't feel
that's Bella.
She would have enough hair to use this type of hair tie. And Bella and Celeste's hair were also very thin and short.
And see, the things that they got in their hair right now, those are those small rubber band ones. Like the cheap ones that you use like once and then you break and so forth.
And I would imagine that Shanann kept the girls' hair ties possibly under the counters in their bedroom, which was right next to Celeste and Bella's room.
How do you see that
So I'm not even sure why there would be a hair tie on the floor to begin with. Because they also kept the bathroom door locked so they couldn't get in there and make a mess. So ironically, there's a hair tie on the floor.
I still want to know about the camera, man. The camera's up here. And they were able to watch it through their phones and the device, which has an SD slot. I don't know if it had one in there or if it was removed, but that back camera did have an SD slot for a memory card.
The bedding to take it off into evidence. And it makes me wonder if this was actually here while they did the first walkthroughs with police on August 13th, the day they disappeared. If it was there during the cadaver dog search, and then all these people,
they would have smelled it, right?
Walking on it as they were roaming the house. Or maybe it was just caught up in the bed sheets. And maybe when they stripped the bed, it just came off with the bedding. Now, it can be completely coincidental that in a lot of NK's photos, you can also see her wearing that adult size hair tie. And she has thicker hair, so that would make sense.
What the heck? She's always got one on her. I wonder if she had one when she went to the interviews.
So this could be a completely innocent piece of evidence, a hair tie from either Bella or Celeste that would be entirely too big for their hair, or maybe it puts someone else in the house during the murders. Now, this is a photo of the hair ties that I'm talking about.
Wouldn't that be something if you found out that that hair tie could have been tied with NK, and that's like the thing that bombs this whole case is that hair tie?
This is the bigger size, the one that can fit around your wrist. And here's some photos.
But those are small. Those are those rubber band ones.
Ties. And clearly, those are the super teeny tiny ones.
Yeah, the thin rubber
So
band,
there is
rubbery
no
ones.
chance that the bigger hair tie would even hold in their hair.
Yeah.
If you're a man, you might be confused by this, but if you're a woman, you'll be able to understand if you use both of these types of hair ties. So I just wanted to bring this to the public's attention.
These ones.
Because it could be missed evidence, something very important and vital, or it could be just completely innocent. So as always, I would love to hear your opinions on this. I'm also going to attach some of the tapings that Chris has said out of his own mouth at the beginning after the failed polygraph. And he was so determined to not take blame for the actual murders of Bella and Celeste. He didn't want to explain how they were killed, and he said that they were strangled. But then the autopsy comes back that they were smothered. Now, if he did commit this crime to his baby girls, he definitely should have remembered how he took their life. So how could he have not remembered whether he strangled them or smothered them? Unless he really wasn't the person that took their lives. And also, in the court hearing when he was going to plead guilty...
Because Shanann was strangled. But the girls were I gotta hear this.
And there were no cameras to be allowed in that courtroom. I know a couple of news articles had come out on that. I think one of them being People's Magazine, if you want to Google that. But they said that he went crazy in the courtroom when he was going to plead guilty. He was screaming and he was crying.
What?
Man, I would have loved to see that reaction. But anyways, he already killed Shanann, so he must have known he was going to go to prison for the rest of his life. So why was he screaming and crying about taking a guilty plea that he killed the girls when he admitted to shoving them in the oil tanks? It almost sounds like he's covering up for someone. And that's a huge red flag.
Interesting.
So anyways, I'm going to attach some of those clips. I'm also
I want to hear them,
attach some of the lies from the mistress. Because I think one of the biggest lies of all, and even the detectives asked him if Nikki had actually somehow drilled into his head that she didn't want his family. And she said it herself that she wanted her own kids in her own marriage.
Yep.
And a few others of her red flags.
I just felt like somebody was like behind me, just like I just couldn't let go. I was, just nervous. I knew I had done something wrong, and I knew you probably already knew or were going to find out. And it's just like, I've been watching enough, like TV shows to kind of see like, okay, what's going to happen next type thing. I never knew if that's right, but I think it's just the horror of like knowing what you did and trying to tell somebody else what you did. That's what kept me from doing it, because I didn't even want to admit to myself that I had done anything. So I knew what I had done. I knew how bad and horrific it was. I knew how bad I was going to hurt other people. I just couldn't even admit to myself that I had done it. So I couldn't even tell my attorneys I did it until like 2 weeks later.
So were you trying to save us from the horror?
No, it was just a matter of I couldn't admit to myself, how could I admit it to you?
Okay, relax. How'd you feel? You did great. You remembered to lie and everything. That was awesome.
So, you obviously are a really bad liar. Have people told you that before? Like, the second you tell a lie, like, they can tell, like, on your face that, because the second you lie to them, number 3, like, I don't know if you heard me clicking, but I had to, like, turn down the sensitivity because you were starting to go off the page. So, that is what I need to see as a polygrapher, because that tells me that you know it's wrong to tell a lie. And you're actually having a significant reaction when you lie, so that is awesome. So thank you for being a horrible liar. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We don't want to be good liars, so thank you for being a horrible liar. And that just shows me that, you know, obviously on the test when they're asking, you know, significant stuff about your wife, if you're lying to that, it's going to be even 10 times more amplified. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much, more than you know. So.
She just wanted me to admit it.
So you're good with the public knowing that Shanann killed her daughters?
I did not hurt these girls.
Are you okay with the public knowing that Shanann?
Yes, because I did not hurt these girls. I
I don't think you meant to.
I didn't hurt them.
You didn't save them either. You know?
I know that.
What was the reason? I can't even tell you. It was like I said, like something else was in control of what I was doing, and it was like I was doing something I never thought I would ever do in my life. It just like I couldn't let go. It was like somebody else, like if you picture somebody else around you, holding your hands, holding you, keep you from not letting go. I just when we got on the bed, that's just where I got on. I just when we got on the bed, that's just where I got on.
Did you have a shovel?
Yeah, we had a shovel, a rake, and a.
Did you have a shovel?
He said
Yeah,
we.
had a shovel, a rake, and a. But we were saying and what she was saying. It was just. But we were saying and what she was saying. It was just like some of the conversation, like on the 14th, got a little weird. I think that's when she met with CBI or something, or FBI. I'm not sure who she met with first.
So she talked to you after she met with?
Nope.
Oh,
that was like she had told me like this is the last time you'll probably hear from me. I'm going to stay at my friend Jim's place. All this is all going on.
If you heard it there, he said we had the shovel and we had the rake. Who's we?
Contact her until this is done.
So what's going to happen when Nikki says no? It was our plan to kill everyone and run off together. She's not going to say that. Okay. We're going to talk to her. Absolutely.
I have to.
So can we get ahead of that for you? Can we get all of that out right now? I mean, so are you sure she's not going to say, well, I kind of knew he was going to kill him? No. She's not going to say no? Okay. And she's not going to say, boy, we were making plans about buying a house or an apartment. She can say that? No, like, she's ridiculous. Once I have my own place, like, you know, like, hang out more. Okay. So after the separation, after that dust settled, then you would have availability to go see Nikki. You guys had talks like that? Yeah, I mean, like, she generally liked me. Okay. Please don't put her name out there because she's been through enough in her lifetime. Stuff like that, we never tried. Anybody would. How do we prove this that she ended it? Examine the body, I guess that's the only thing. We're gonna see her hand marks. My hand marks are not there. Okay.
Are there going to be hand marks? Like, you weren't smothered, you think?
No, I shouldn't have been smothered, no. And Bella, I don't know, but she was on top of her, and her head was inside.
And there was no pillow on top of her.
I didn't see you on the camera off. Didn't see it on top of her. Was to get rid of the old knife.
That's when he was lying about Shanann.
Before their mom came home and then killed Shanann. And that's what we're kind of left, that's what we have to believe, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, to her point, if I walked in and my kid was decapitated, I'd call an ambulance, right? So
Knowing there's no hope.
it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. So either you're this monster who says, I just want this young, hot girlfriend So I'm going to kill everyone and hope it works out, or something. So I think we're very, very close to the truth, but not quite there yet. So if you're not that monster, I'm not a monster. I didn't kill my babies. Okay. So what's going to happen when their cause of death comes back to you, or the girl's not going to? Okay. You sure? I'm 100% positive it's not going to come back to me.
Well, he's a bad liar.
What were you talking to Nikki about before your wife got home?
Before she got home?
You talked for like several hours.
I covered it and we talked a lot. Conversations, and random conversations. We talked a lot.
Does Nikki know about any of this? Seriously.
Well, she doesn't know, like, I mean, she knows, like, from the news and everything like that.
And so, are those people absolutely wrong about Nikki? She wasn't asking you to get rid of your family? No. Are you sure? Okay.
Can we believe him?
No part of any of this was because she put it in your head or asked you to, or
Never, I mean, this whole relationship.
Do you hear what he said? He said, no, I mean, he's contradicted himself there for a second.
Contributed to it, sure. But she didn't want you to.
Hey, was it ever like, I wish you didn't have kids, I want to have, kids of my own with you, like...
She never knew if she wanted to have kids, but she said that, at one point she said, I'd like to give you a son.
Yeah, I flew out there, and I thought I had, convinced him to, try to make peace with her. And I was like, if you guys work on this, I'm out. Because what's the point? I'm not trying to be with...
When I had said, hey, when you go to North Carolina, I really think you should try to fix things with your wife, and he kept asking, well, what about us? And I was trying to kind of take a step back and see if he would fix things before attempting to pursue things.
Said no mistress ever.
To know that if all of these things he's saying, yes, we're getting separated, and yes, all of these things that he's saying are happening, I wanted to know that it was you were doing this, like you said you were, prior to me coming in your life, and it had nothing to do with me, and so for me, it was I really wanted them to fix it. I would have just, left the situation. Trying to patch things up with his wife, and he told me he loved me, and I was like, don't say that to me. Please go try to fit.
But she said it in her letters to him.
Don't.
I'm really enjoying you.
To me, and then go try to make peace with your wife and lay in bed with another woman.
He kept telling me, I don't want to, I don't think she wants to, and I was just please try, just please try. I just thought he had such a beautiful life, and
never did she had put that in any of her text messages to her friends, to her family, to Chris. She was all about Chris, addicted to him, whatever.
And I was willing to just leave.
No, you weren't.
If you work things out with your wife, I'm gone.
You're so full of crap, Nicole.
Instructing him, instructing him to have kids and have my own marriage and all of that stuff. That was never anything I conveyed to him.
Yeah, that was me pushing that.
That was never anything I conveyed to him. He was so infatuated with what we had going on, you would think that he would want to do what would make me happy.
That's a good point.
And
So maybe
what would make me happy
with him hanging out with
with his kids. And have kids and have my own marriage and all of that stuff.
If you work things out with your wife, I'm gone.
That was never anything I conveyed to him.
I didn't know!
I wasn't sure if he was the one I want to be with because he had already done everything.
Okay.
I wasn't 100% sure this was the man of my dreams and I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. Right?
You're referencing that he has 2 kids and then You don't like that?
And she didn't leave before.
Hi. It's me. I guess just call me back when you have a chance. Bye. Hi. It's me. I miss your face. I was just calling to say hi. Call me back. Bye.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody that's not really involved. Oh boy. So with the hair tie, pretty far-fetched. I mean, it could be the girls, it could be not. Did they test for it? Probably not. There's hair follicles and stuff and fingerprints that they did get. Did they use them? No, because it never went to trial. What do you think about the hair tie? Comment down below. For those that have daughters, I have daughters too, and they use the small ones when they're that tiny. When they got older, then they started using the adult ones. So I'm just kind of putting it out there for you guys. When it comes to all of the things that Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger were lying about, they kind of stumbled on their words. They said we, as in we had the shovel, we had the rake. Who's we? He had stumbled and said strangulation when they were actually smothered, which is a red flag of a lie right there. Nichol Kessinger just said that how many different times that he was infatuated with her. She wasn't infatuated with him, which is a complete lie. She makes that clip right there. She sends him nudes. She lets him take pictures. Apparently there's a recording of them doing it. Gross. She had Googled wedding dresses. Man says he will marry his mistress after leaving his wife, or however they say it. They are such bad liars. We got one of the bad liars, but you can't tell me you can't look at the other liar and be like, yeah, she's good. She hampered the investigation. The DA has said it. All that evidence is right there. They say we. They say they contradict themselves. They change it. They change the whole subject and everything and so forth. They are bad liars. And the evidence is right there, and yet they only want to look at one and not the other one. It floors me. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction towards this and my kind of spin and partake on it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys heard what I heard, the strangulation compared to the smothering and the hair tie and the bad lying that they continuously do, saying we had the shovel, we had the rake. Who is we? Thank you guys for watching. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.